Hey guys, welcome to the Fury Time channel. Anthony Joshua won't handle knockout power like Tyson Fury did. Fury got back up, but Ngannou doubts Joshua can do the same. Tyson showed that he is very resilient. I saw him come back from knockdowns like you wouldn't believe. I don't believe that AJ would take what Tyson did, Ngannou said. AJ not fazed by Ngannou's comment. Responding to the statement, the former heavyweight champion didn't think too much of it, saying that many people had knocked Fury down before. Despite being dismissive of the remark, AJ admitted he wouldn't be taking the former UFC fighter lightly and believes it will be among his biggest challenges. He admitted that he first saw it about Ruiz and Ngannou as a gimmick fight, but after watching the Predator's performance against Fury, he was looking forward to it. The two heavyweights will meet on March 8 in Saudi Arabia. Joshua can't take my power, says Ngannou, laying out his game plan for the fight. Saudi Arabia, Anthony Joshua, according to Francis Ngannou, want to be able to withstand the kind of blows that he delivered to Tyson Fury in October, without giving up in their fight on March 8 in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. One of the strongest punchers in the heavyweight class, Ngannou, 37 from Cameroon, believes that Joshua from England is able to withstand the kind of blows that Fury took and bounce back the same way. Throughout the entire battle, Fury took a lot of big hits, and in the final rounds, he lost his composure. In one case, we witnessed that Fury forcefully elbowed Ngannou in the head, and the former UFC champion didn't even close the distance. That was quite remarkable. Deontay Wilder probably wouldn't have been able to get back up if Fury had struck him with the same elbow. Most people will say that Anthony Joshua, 34, lacks much of a chin and would have a lengthy record of knockout losses if Hearn, his promoter, hadn't kept him away from strong punchers over his 11-year professional career. Joshua was stopped by Andy Ruiz Jr. in 2019. Yeah, I have a doubt about that. Tyson showed that he is very resilient. I saw him come back from knockdowns like you wouldn't believe, so I think he is probably one of the most resistant person out there. And that's not a disrespect to AJ. I don't believe that AJ wouldn't take what Tyson did, said Ngannou in media reports when asked if Joshua could withstand the strikes he gave Tyson Fury in October of last year. It should be quite evident that Ngannou will have an easy time on March 8th if he hits Joshua's chin with blows similar to what he did against Tyson Fury. Joshua is incapable of taking such kind of blows without falling to the ground. Even if AJ may stand up after the shots, Ngannou's might will keep knocking him down until the referee is compelled to end the match. Who hasn't knocked Tyson down? So many people have knocked Tyson down, say Joshua. Thanks for watching guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel.